Hey, I just wanted to walk you through a portrait shoot that I did recently at BBR. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I thought it might be useful to share how I work with the space and light, especially because the room I shot in was tiny, like really small. The space is called Parlo, a kind of the side office room, maybe 3 by 3 meters, and it has the big window on the left, which ended up being key part of the setup. So first thing, we had good natural light. It was in a rainy London day. The window brings in soft daylight that gives us this really nice diffused light across just one part of the room, and the rest of the room it stays quite dark and moody. Even though the light was beautiful, I wanted more control, so I brought in Aperture 300D but kept on very low settings, more like a fill or almost bounce board. Setup 1 was a straight on composition. Our subject was in the center with the window on the left. That meant strong side light on their face, lovely shadows but a bit too contrasty, so I added that artificial light on the opposite side, basically just to lift the shadows a bit. At first I used the softbox, but it was reflecting badly in all the artwork behind, so I swapped with the reflector with the honeycomb grid. That gave me a tighter beam and no reflection that ended up giving me much better effects in the final images. Setup 2 was from a different angle, shooting more from the window side, so we got that soft window light on the subject face. Still, I used the artificial light just to keep exposure more balanced and clean up the shadows slightly. Oh my god!
This is the situation. Looked good until now. Christian camera, which we supposed to take the pictures with, the battery is dead. He brought a camera with dead battery, obviously. And now we're hoping he has an extra battery or at least a charger, because the shoot is starting around 45 minutes. Do we have battery?
Yeah.
Great news.
Almost we didn't.
Perfect.
So at the moment we'll see if we need this artificial light or if we can rely mainly on the window light. So now it's with artificial light and without. Well, you can see the difference, but I will just compensate with the ISO. To be honest, now it's without. I prefer at the moment without. And you have without and with. So with, you can see the all attention is on you and less on the table. With the other one, the light is spilling from here. But obviously we can fix this in post and make it darker, the table. I brought the camera with 24mm with wider shots to show the space and the subject, and 50mm for tighter shots, obviously Aperture 300D with either softbox or the grid, depending on the reflections. When I edited, especially with natural light setup, I noticed the brightness fall off fast. Legs at the bottom were much brighter than his face, so I had to darken up the lower half in the post just to keep the viewer eye on the person and not the bright couch or bright table. One another thing that I did was that we were in other room in the reception of BBR, and we were planning to take photos using big window again, so he had big source of light behind him. When I was setting up to take photo, firstly I'm exposing for that highlights in the window, and then I was using my artificial light to adjust the shadows and the darkness of the room, because it's very difficult with digital cameras to get back the highlights if you burn them. Here is what I would say if you are doing portraits in small space. Don't be afraid to mix natural and artificial light and watch for reflection, especially if the room has a lot of artwork, pictures and a lot of glass. One light on low settings can go a long way. Check your frame from top to bottom. Don't let the bright furniture distract from your subject. So I hope it was helpful. I thought it might be useful and interesting to share my experience, and that you can see how I handle this type of situation with a small room and big source of light that it was coming to the room. And that's how also you can tackle the issue if you've got similar situation. Let me know what you think about those shots, and thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it was helpful for some of you.
Smashed. Great.